That is the Yuma Territorial Prison. And right now I am standing right about there. It's about where I'm standing right there. And you can see that's the entrance for the prisoners to the prison right over that wagon. Right over there. Oh, old wagon. It actually looks pretty good condition, all considering. I thought I'd take you for a walk around the Yuma Territorial Prison. We'll see if we can't do a one-take video today and show you around here. This is actually the first time that I've been here. I've been to Yuma a number of times, but I have not been to the Territorial Prison. That is the guard tower right up there. Pretty good view from up there. Now, all of this was built by the prisoners, all the walls, all the buildings, all the structure. And it was officially opened in 1875. That's a pretty nice structure right there. See if we can head on over here. A main wall used to surround the entire prison. It's been reclaimed over the years, taken down. Out front is a small area of wall that they show. Looks like they've got the top covered up with tarps, but you can kind of see 1875 picking out there just on the other side of the light. Oh, and here's some more wall. All of the bricks were built on site, made on site, and assembled by the prisoners. They've kind of watered away or washed away over time. Not a lot left. The main wall was probably about 6 feet deep. And let's see if we can't walk inside here, and I'll take you into the prison.
Hello. I am the watcher. You are welcome in.
This area over here is now a museum. We're going to have to walk through. I'll have to be quiet. Now showing what was here. And that's where we were just standing, just a minute ago, right about there. Interestingly enough, it was a territorial prison because Arizona wasn't a state at the time. It was a territory. Let's stop in and see how these guys are doing here. A few people still here. Hi guys. About 6 people to a room, and that bucket down there artfully containing coins that people have thrown in over time. That was usually the bathroom for all 6. There are a couple of these cells open, and we'll walk in there. The prison mostly housed men, but for a short time, it did have women prisoners. Bars on top of bars. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah. Some of these guys were bad people. Now here's one of the ones that's open. And these are the original bunks in iron. The original, I was reading on the sign right up there, the originals were wood, but to rid the jail of bed bugs, they switched over to iron. This was typically the view. A little more modern now with traffic going by. This is actually 2 cells, and for the purposes of walking through, they've cut the opening so you can walk all the way through, but it was 2 cells back to back, six prisoners per. Occasional signs showing the different prisoners that have stayed here. Let's see if I can show you. This was your typical cell. That one has a sign in the back showing kind of the breakdown. At least these cells, you could talk to your neighbors, I guess. Now there was a dark cell. This was solitary, you might say, and it was completely dark when they closed off the doors and the windows. And let's just go ahead and just see how dark we get here. Yeah, this is all built in granite. The door was closed. And it's rumored there was a cage. There was another cage, not rumored. They talk about it in the museum. There was another cage inside of here. That's where the prisoners stayed, generally in nothing but underwear. A hole up top. It said, now you can kind of see it going up there. Occasionally guards would, it's said they would drop scorpions or snakes or other things onto the prisoners that were in here. That is quite different. That's just a tool storage room. The infirmary, if you got sick, this is where you were coming to right here. See if we could show that right there. And down here at the end, I believe, was the first women's part of the prison. They had to be separated from the men. It looks like they had a little better digs than the men did. Outside on the out here in the open, they had another solitary, and these were hot boxes meant to put bad prisoners into the outdoors, and with the temperatures in the hundreds, that could be pretty miserable. I guess there was about 5 of these cages all along here. It did have a library. It's not really a library anymore, but it would serve the purpose. You kind of get the idea. The prison was actually converted over to a school when they closed it in 1909. They used it as the high school here in Yuma from 1910 to 1914 while a new high school was being built. And to this day, the high school football team is called the Criminals or the Crims. Let's see if we can, that's just the door to the library. This area here and this whole courtyard was added on, and it was an expansion because they were out of room at the prison and they needed more room. See, I don't know if you can see it or not, that little buckle that's right down there at the bottom of the floor. That's an eyelet, and I assume that the prisoners were locked to that if you were especially bad. There is one room down here that we can walk in. Most of the floors are either dirt and some are concrete. Not sure when that was done. Now they have this one open. Multiple signs around. There's the walking chains that I was talking about. I assume that was for the bad ones. Now, I don't know if this part of the prison had 6 people per cell. Oh. What do you suppose? What do you suppose? Was somebody counting? Huh. I don't know. Reader boards that are all around talk about the different statistics of the prison. Quite a few desperadoes ended up here. Graffiti I noticed on a lot of the walls. Some of it dated in the 40s. I think there's one right over there from 1943 that I see, 1942. There are a couple that are 1988, but they're here by the door, so I'm assuming that they could reach through the door and scratch. But the ones on the inside seem to be much older. I see Marcus over on the other side of the wall there, 1937. Another 5, if you can see that right in the center. That's WM. And 5/26/17. So at some point, graffiti actually does kind of turn into petroglyphs. So, pretty open yard though, pretty cool. A nice expansion of the prison. I think that is gonna do it, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I've got other places to go, other things to do. It was $8 to get in. Military, retired veterans get in at a reduced rate. I don't think anybody was free, but they do use the money to keep this all up and keep it running. and they're doing a good job of it. Of all the different old places that I've seen, the historical places, they're doing a pretty good job. Except for maybe, I don't know who built this, because it's I gotta watch my head. I don't think it was built by the prisoners, but I don't know. That is going to do it for today. That is today's adventure and one take video. We will see you guys next time. Take care, guys. I'm going to take you. Actually, we'll go around. We'll go around. See you next time, guys. Live life full time. Have a good one, guys. Oh, I didn't realize there was a bell out here. You think? Do you think? Will it work? Will it work?